numbers up to 100. From 0 to 9. After 9, if we add another unit, a 1, we have to go back to 0, but this time with a 1 in front of it, because the numbers only go from 0 to 9, and we don't have any other symbols. So we get 10. Then, if we increment by 1 again, we do the same step, going from 0 to 1, getting 11. And so on, up to 19. After 19, adding one more, we start again, but this time with a 2 in front of the 0, getting 20. Hence, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99. When we reach 99, adding a unit no longer gives us space in 2 digits, and we go to 3 digits, getting 100. From 100 to 1000. After 100, we have a series of numbers between 100 and 200, such as 101, 102, and so on, until we get to 199. If we add 1 to 199, we get 200. The same goes for the other hundreds. Between 200 and 300, we have all the numbers up to 299, and so on. In the end, we arrive at 1000. So here after 300, we have 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and finally 1000. I wrote the number 1000 with a space for clarity, but it can be written either with or without the space between 1 and the zeros. By the way, the word 100 and even 1000 is never plural, so you don't have to add a s. It's always singular. The abacus shown here is an ancient tool used for basic mathematical calculations, such as addition and subtraction. It consists of rows of colored beads that can slide back and forth on rows. Each row typically represents a decimal place, like units, tens, hundreds, and so on. By moving the beads, numbers can be visually represented and calculations made in a practical, hands-on way. So for example, the first row is for the units, the second for the tens, and the third for the hundreds. And moving the beads, you can represent numbers and make calculations. From 1000 to 1 trillion. After 1000, if we add a 0, we get 10,000. And there are many numbers in between 1000 and 10,000, up to 9,999, and adding a 1, we get 10,000. After 10,000, if we add a 0, we get 100,000. If we add one more 0, we get a million. A million is a 1 followed by 6 zeros. Then we have 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion. 1 billion is a 1 followed by 9 zeros. Then if we add one more 0, we get 10 billion, 100 billion, and finally 1 trillion. 1 trillion is a 1 followed by 12 zeros. Between each major figure, there are many added numbers, and over a trillion are still infinite numbers. But for now, we stop at a trillion, which should be sufficient for most calculations. To make it easier to read, note that each third digit, starting from the right, has a space for clarity, as in 1 million. So as we said before, I kept a space between the zeros to make it clear, but you can also keep the number, the one with the zeros, close together.